What I love best about my job is getting up in the morning and knowing that I work for a company whose vision I share, and knowing that I respect the people that I come in and work with every day, and that at the end of the day, the type of work that we're doing is helping people in developing countries. I couldn't ask for more.
For Milken scholar Marcella Correa, making a difference in people's lives is a full-time job.
I work for Correa Corporation, which is an international development consulting firm, and we are primarily contractors to the U.S. Agency for International Development.
Marcella is part of our technical professional staff. That means she contributes both on the development of the proposals that we work on in order to get projects around the world, and then also in implementing projects.
In 2004, when Hurricane Ivan destroyed up to 90% of the dwellings on the tiny Caribbean island of Grenada, Marcella was instrumental in the rebuilding process. She spent most of 2005 living and working among its people.
It was fantastic to be able to see that our assistance and my work and that of my colleagues can have an impact on a single mother whose home was devastated, from that level up through having an impact on the entire economic landscape of a country. The project was a huge success. My next trip will be to Colombia, which I'm really excited about, and I'll be leaving in a couple of days. Going to Colombia is absolutely like going home. I never thought that I would work someplace that would have an office in my home country.
In 1984, Marcella left her native Colombia to reunite with her mother, who had remarried and was now living in New York City. She was 6 years old.
I didn't speak English. It was an unfamiliar culture, so all of that was strange, but it was also challenging because I moved in with a mother and father who I had not had too much previous contact with. They worked a lot of hours and a lot of different jobs to be able to provide for me and provide for both of their families.
In return, Marcella did her part, earning excellent grades, which led to her admittance to New York's historic Trinity School. In 1996, Marcella realized another academic dream. She was accepted to Harvard.
It was a very bittersweet moment for me. What I do remember about the day was sitting down, and I cry every time I tell this story. Sitting down with my parents, telling me that they were so proud of me, but there was no way they would be able to pay for it, and that they would not be able to help me in any way financially, and that they were sitting me down to ask me whether I was willing to do it, and that they'd support me and they'd be there for me, but there was no other way. It was just impossible for them to help me from there on. And that was hard, considering that I was already providing for myself financially since I was 14. I'm like, oh my God, can it get worse than this? I'm already working full time.
But Marcella was about to discover she would not have to face her struggles alone.
I was so excited when I heard that I had been accepted as a Milken Scholar, because I soon realized that indeed the program meant a lot more than financial aid, and that I was really, at first I thought I was entering a network, and then with a little more time I realized that it was a family.
In 2000, Marcella graduated from Harvard with a degree in sociology. 4 years later, she received her master's from the School of Foreign Service at Georgetown University. Through it all, the Milken Scholars Program has remained a constant.
The Milken Scholars Program affects my life in so many ways. At this point, it's 10 years of shared experiences, of lessons learned. But on top of that, just this huge family that I've acquired that I can turn to for so many things, and of course one that I also like to give back to. At the last annual retreat, I presented on the possibility of creating an annual retreat for Milken Scholars alumni, and we're looking to reconnect and also to give back to the program, because we all appreciate what the Milken family has done for us. I'm asked what drives me to help others in the world, and I always wonder about that, because I realize that there's a need, and there are times when I know I have the capabilities to meet that need. So I wonder if we shouldn't be asking what wouldn't drive you to help others in the world. But I guess when we get to the core of things, I know that my own success is not just due to my hard work, but to the sacrifices of a lot of other people, and in some cases, the charity of other people.